Welcome to Money Convos, where we discuss personal finance and investment tips. We're committed to helping people create wealth and achieve financial freedom. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse, and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and podcast. Alright then, let's head into today's conversation.
Okay. Yes. So today we're having another of our in-person conversations. It's we are going to be talking about a movie review. This show on Netflix, How to Get Rich, episode 3. But first, let me acknowledge the people in the building. We have new physical members. We have Rich Antisay. But let's have it on record that he's only here because he heard there was a banquet. Because when she entered, no, it was like, hey, the banquet. Where's the food? Then we have Dennis too, Akumasi Burger. Hey. New Year haircut. Hey, this is a New Year haircut. I thought it was the usual freshness. Oh, okay. Dennis is also here, chief producer. Yeah. He's just dropped three episodes recently. How did I know? My very good friend was like, hey guys, I told you guys you were missing some, but suddenly you just dropped 3 in my timeline. What's going on? So yeah, good work there, Dennis. And then we have the usually first in the class, but she was last in the class. Mimi is here. Mimi said she wanted to be the last out of her office today. She wanted to show them that she's serious. People in Mimi's office, she's serious. Just because she leaves early doesn't mean she's not serious. She's very serious. Yes. Then we have Edem, our bishop here also. You know, Bishop here. He's wearing some bright orange polo shirts. Charlie, this shirt alone can buy my whole laptop. If I can buy them 2 of them. Charlie, we said budget, but Charlie, then they show me sorting on the budget. Today, this year we have to pray for some grace to enter this budget. No, please, you stick to the budget. And then we have today we have a provider in our midst. Today he is taking care of all the catering. Charlie, you said that now these are not doors. The pizza is too much. Status. Oh, this is status. Okay. This one, yeah, some small chippers for you. But the local champions brought their chippers. The local people who brought the chippers. You understand? Then the regal gentleman himself, our gentleman himself brought us a banquet, but he said we have to work first before he gives us the banquet. So refreshments after labor. And then yours truly is also here. I'm really glad you guys could join. This would be the last time we could do it in person. Yeah. Next week, CFA Society said they're having an event on Wednesday, so we can't do our thing in person. Okay. So this is the last time before I leave. But it's been a good experience the last couple of weeks. It's been more exciting. So I'm thinking maybe we need to start going video. Maybe when we see each other, the rapport. It's not just do that. Oh, I think we can do it StreamYard. We can do it StreamYard. Everybody just so that you just stay at work a little and join the traffic later. But anyway, and then but that means Prince, you have to join. You have to wait in the office. Don't join from the front row. Shots fired. Promise, Charlie. From his Mercedes. Hey, Charlie, then you be big man. Your Mercedes, you get conductor for your Mercedes. Charlie, Mercedes, they collect spare for the Mercedes inside. But anyway, but bringing it to today's conversation, there's something this in the last couple of weeks I just can't stop talking about, and it's kind of similar to this one, where it's easy to watch other people's lives and have a conversation about other people's lives, right? And it brings certain things home. Because if we'll be honest to ourselves, sometimes we're like, you know what, that's probably me. Yeah. So we continue with this, and it starts off. This episode started off with a couple that was it episode 2. They said they won't do it again. By episode 3, they are back. Yeah. And someone caught me. I was talking to someone, and the person was bringing up a conversation about, if you are talking to somebody, like talking, talking stage kind of thing. Isn't this? I was like, the person was saying, "Oh, let's talk about budget," and I was like, "See, today, I'm in a very serious mood. Let's not talk about this." The person was like, "But isn't this something that if you're in a relationship with someone, you should be able to have a conversation?" I was like, fine, I guess we're gonna have this conversation. So the question I want to pose to everyone is, how difficult or easy is it to have a conversation about money with someone you're in a relationship with? Okay. Let's talk first. Let's talk to the people who are actually in relationships. All the men here are not in relationships. Listening to them. I mean, they have the recipe, so let's listen to them. Let's take it. For me, I think it's tough. It's tough. I don't think it's tough for everybody. I think sometimes it's tough based on personalities. Um, for me, it's tough because, I mean, for me, I'm more of a miser and codes, and my husband is the opposite. So, um, I mean, I something happened. I thought that he would, if it was me, be watered down, his plans a bit. But I heard him talking about, oh, I need airports, and I'm like, bro, what's happening? Like, you get it? So how do you? Yeah, so I think it makes it very difficult for us to be like on the same page, because if he has money, I always tell him that if he has money, he blows. The only time he becomes wise is when the money is and you wise. How foolish. That's why you say, "Oh no, I can't put off the light." That be giant. Everything's I phoned you on Friday. That kind of vibe. I tend to like think ahead. I tend to try and avoid being broke. So if I say I'm broke, I think last year was when the broke was getting nearer. But on a normal day, if I say I'm broke, it doesn't mean that like it means that there's something something somewhere. So based on how we see money, sometimes it's difficult to like meet in the middle. But I do know of two serious friends. Both of them are serious. Those people goals, they are honest, this, that is, those kind of people. I feel like it will be easier for them because based on their personality, they are both like that. It will be easy for them to calm down, sit down, take a book, let's do this. In my house, like it won't happen. Like you try it all the time, and based on personalities, it's just not happening. So I think having discussions about money is difficult. It's touchy. What I did realize about myself is, even though I've been saying today, I was watching your guy Dave Ramsey, and he was talking. He and his daughter, they were talking about the need to merge your money. So things you should do in 2024. They need to merge your money. And I was just thinking, why don't I want to manage my money? And I think that personally, it's like it's my money. I think money is one of those things that it's personal. It's personal. You wake up in the morning, the whole day, you went 12 to make it. I want to be like in control. I don't want to be, okay, we have a joint account and I hear you saying you are buying earpods. Like, like I'll harass you. Like you have time. Yeah, so I think sometimes depends on the personalities. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. Sarah, let me modify the conversation. Has it ever gotten so, or what do you do when it's getting really bad, like such a money conversation? So on Sunday, we had to look at our financials for the year and try and set goals we would stick to. For this year, review what happened last year and then the plan for this year, because again, we wanted to do things differently. We started a conversation, and for the way that you just said, in fact, I think we started on a wrong premise. Let's pray. Just one by one. So I think so what happened? We had to literally take a step back, pray,
and then decide that, look, let's regroup on this conversation. So we've set another date and time to come back to the conversation, because money, as Mimi said, is touchy, and especially when two of you have different money psychologies, beliefs, different personalities. I like to be in control of things. I don't people would say that I like to be in control of things. I like to be able to know that even if the worst happens, like I can control it, although it may be out of my control, but I want to be in a position to control. So I like to plan ahead and think about the future. My husband is complete opposite. Like, why, if you don't take care, like, you need to take care of today's problem, tomorrow will take care of itself. And so we find that we are always conflicted on that. Regarding the joint account thing, what we initially started off with all of our monies go into it, but then at the end of the day is my money, and like people will be making certain expenses that Charlie, you'll be cursing them out. Yes. So what we decided to do on that front is a percentage of your money, like up until last year, right? Was a percentage of your money. As a percentage of your money that goes to the house expense, like towards home expense. There's a portion of my money that goes towards home expense. So that goes into the joint account. So we know, and then keep the rest of your money. No. When it comes to bonuses and stuff, like his bonuses, I'll take, like, you can spoil me, but my bonus is now I no longer even disclose it. I'm sorry.
Hey! Hey! It's okay.
No, so because at the end of the day, like that's my extra money.
No, we heard you answer.
So like my monthly income, I'm committing a portion to the home. Like me at this point, I'm even at that time where if I'm born again and come back into this world, like Oga wife street, no, this independent woman,
Well, you're lying. You're enjoying it. Like we're having a conversation. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Let's.
So yeah, I think it just boils back to knowing the type of person, understanding each other, and knowing where to step back, especially when the conversation it's getting bad. Step back, invite God, and then like start over again, over the conversation again. So we, for instance, will be having the conversation again on Sunday. Yeah.
Okay. So pause and start afresh.
I think sometimes it can also be the environment. I remember there was this anniversary that even though our personalities like clash and stuff like that, there was this anniversary that we went we went out, like I think we stayed somewhere for a day.
You went on a date?
Staycation, like an apartment. Staycation. Just did a review. I think it was probably the 5th anniversary. We just did a review of different areas. I think that was great. But once, children can make you irritated. Somebody. So by the time I bet the let's budget, we'll go full like, like, so sometimes like separating your switch can be difficult if you don't have anyone to take care of your kids. But like taking yourself out somewhere else, especially like some debris or nature, the mountains, peninsula, that's a peninsula is
the road is not good. The road is not good, so we don't like peninsula.
Can also help to calm you down so that you can have some of these
That's a good point.
conversation. Yeah.
And I think some people say like make these conversations like a date. And it seems so unromantic, right? And I know someone will be listening because anyway.
I beg to differ. Yeah. Because when you have those conversations, there's vulnerability. Exactly. And you know what that comes with. Yeah. Hey, and also
is it? No. You guys listening can't see the look of Mimi's face. But wait, what does that come with? Hey, see, this is what we need to get on video because I would have missed this on audio.
What does it come with?
Yeah, what does it come? What does vulnerability come with? Included. Okay, okay.
We said so. One of the things that we said we are going to do this year is to have prayer dates, right? Okay. So we used to do that before we got married. we had a day that we'll just after work meet and pray. So it was something we discussed that we're going to bring back, and so even tying these conversations, even after such like these money conversations, maybe things have piled down for after prayer that you're all feeling righteous, too righteous to be angry. Then you can, start some of these conversations because again, you are sort of starting on a good premise.
Yeah, a friend of mine was like, for me, I would have loved to sit down, take a course like they are discussing. But he was like, sometimes there are some people that doesn't roll like that. So you have to meet them on their level, like they're straight to be, child budget, like because it may not be maybe for the big plan like she is doing, going out there is cool. But there are things that come up and you can't wait to go to a meet to go and discuss it. So how do you still have those conversations but meet the person on their level? Because maybe you expect that Sunday and the person is, I think as soon as you say let's have a meeting, whatever. So
I also like this meeting. Like I said, I have to have a conversation with you. I would imagine
We need to talk.
Yeah, that we need to talk. Because I was now trying to recollect all the things I may have done wrong, and like I would fill in the gap with so many. I'll be so anxious until the time. So yeah, maybe.
This is a question that we've asked many times. We've talked about this, but today it's very good new angles that are coming out of it. That's good. And I appreciate what Mimi you were saying about the environment, because if we play back to the episode, like when the things went, when the casala burst with that couple, like the guy was there taking care of the children. There was a kid crawling around, and in his mind is like, yo, like they are really in the heat of the whole issue, so they need that money date. All right. Let's not to, there were other things that happened in the episode, but just a different angle for the unmarried people, in fact, and very, very single people here, not in a single relationship. All right. And Dennis is just happy that he's single. What's going on? Why? They bills from your boys line. February is coming. Charlie, back in the day, there was a cycle with me when I was in college. Like, first semester, I would be in a relationship. Then, if the relationship they work out by 16th January, dear, we have to end because if we enter February,
like a calendar, remind me.
No, the body knows. So because by February they are already starting to plan. Because if you are with me, they'll show you a good time.
It's not you.
Yes. It's not you, it's me, that kind of thing. So anyway, then second semester, I'll spend the whole semester trying to find someone. Yeah. Then by summer vacation, it works out. Then the cycle begins anyway. So Dennis is just happy that he's not gonna be billed. Yeah. But yeah, boys, like on a real do, has this conversation or a money conversation or how somebody spends money, has there ever been a reason, not even spend money, how somebody is willing to have a conversation about money? Has there ever been a reason for you to say, you know what, take this person out of the queue? And as I'm saying queue, I'm looking at Prince. Prince, the queue.
The queue is long.
The queue is long.
Looking at the classic.
Classic part. They use Excel, they track. They use Outlook, they schedule. And then he just say Sunday after announcement to be this person, Wednesday after prayer meeting to be this person. Then is there they go Charlie. Then is there he just the silver tank they use tribal the people back. Your man the Outlook then Excel they take money. So
you have to check Medina. Okay, how many?
Charlie. So I mean this. So as they drive by any area, okay, this area that I'm in, what's the GPS saying is the closest location. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's let him have the chance to answer.
Oh, I think having such conversation is very difficult. If you are a person coming from an orientation where you really want to always be accountable for the money that you have. Talk about having your budget, and you find yourself with somebody that immediately you talk about money. The person doesn't even want to bring that conversation. Like it feels like it's like you want to get to know what she's making, and it's like self-policing her. So I've had that before in a relationship before, and to me, I felt because of that we are not agreeing on things. So she was of the view that it's her money. It's her money. My she then gives me some of her money, but I'm supposed to spend on her. And I made a mistake. I made a mistake by I'm that kind of like, okay, we are there. So when I got an offer from the company, and I showed the offer to her, and that was the biggest mistake I made.
Billing the what?
I shouldn't have. I mean, later I realized that I shouldn't have shown her that offer. So I showed it to her. I went to the house. This girl called, "Hey, Charlie, you see idea."
What was the love?
Like this, what did they call to her? Hey, somebody who doesn't like talking about
your money. Charlie.
And I think within that setting, I think it happened for me to learn a lot of things because in another relationship, Irene.
Wait, how many?
I've done 3. Let me see.
You're mentioning
Oh, another relationship. She is the type that church settings.
Bishop style.
Yeah. Oh, if I know I won't be so baby. One farmer now, but in the baby, like that kind of people. Oh, but then just my goodness.
Sleeping.
The things I've done at Hampers Market, only God knows. I've done so many things that sometimes I sit back and I look at it. So I call myself doing all these things. Basically because I make a wrong move and somebody gets to see your income and they start being when she doesn't want to have this kind of conversation. And anytime you bring up money issues, you feel like you're asking too much question. Why do you want to know about my money? What do you use your money for? How do you budget? She doesn't want to have that conversation. So for me, I think it's been a big challenge when you are coming from a different set of mindset and your partner is also from a different set of mindset. It's so much a problem between
wow.
people in the relationship.
Wow, that's deep. Adam, how about you?
Oh yeah. As for me, money, at least for some time now, money has always been important in in what I do. And money conversations for me, I don't struggle having conversations about money. I like to be open about having conversations about money. And I've always been particular about money psychology, especially the last few years. But prior to that, maybe it wasn't too much of a big deal. But I've realized that the way people think about money is it's a big challenge sometimes. And from the little that I have gleaned, and even from the episode, you realize that Ramis was saying that people use money as a cover for deeper issues. So I always realize that if money is not sorted, like that's my issue. Not he knows that it blows up other problems out of proportion, which are not really that much of a big deal.
Yeah.
Now those ones become a big issue because if the conversations about money are going on smoothly and everything, yeah, maybe you didn't put the toothpaste well, yeah. It's
Yes.
it's not a toothpaste. Or you didn't do all of a sudden when there are money troubles. That is when that thing that you used to do all the time, or maybe you've come to visit and then maybe you left your shoes out. Like people who are very particular, about things, all of a sudden, those things have been magnified. Now, the very little things that were challenges, but we were overlooking because actually the conversations and things they flow. But the moment money challenges enter into the thing, now all of a sudden we remember that, oh, I want to have my peace of mind. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, and then it brings up all these things. So for me, money has always been a big deal. And money conversations I always have it. And in fact, I have used money to eliminate people. Yeah, I have. Because I honestly don't like I'm a I don't like trouble. No, I have friends who actually that like there are lots of guys who actually like I don't know where is the adrenaline from people who give them problems. People. Yeah. Actually like Charlie, those people the high hey. People like to go after the drama, But I don't like certain kinds of drama. I can deal with something. Hey, people I just want to have my peace of mind because small thing I can get stressed out. So when it comes to when I see money signs, it's going to be it's not about somebody being rich or something. It's just about the approach and the mindset towards money. And I feel that it doesn't matter where you are now. If you have that right approach towards money and right attitude towards money, I mean, I'm cool to roll with, and it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So, an advice to all the people who are checking out them. Go to our YouTube, watch all the videos, prepare yourself for 6 months.
Prepare yourself for 6 months.
And come back.
Come ready. If you don't like what you see after this, if you don't like the stuff that we say, don't come back. Know somebody else. That's a good one, maybe. I have a few thoughts based on stuff we've said, but then what about you? As an iron boy who's just started out, what are you thinking?
For me, mine is simple. I'm a romantic.
Hey.
No matter how little or how more I have, I love doing things for people. And so far, it's gotten me anywhere.
Oh!
Let's close the list. Now we are adding the money to the criteria. I would love to spend on you if I like you, but if you're yes, I'm willing to have a board of directors.
Yes.
Hey, that's all applicants.
Don't worry, that's why we are here.
It wasn't then, but now I think it's part of the criteria. Eventually.
It has to be.
Charlie, the thing you talking, Charlie. This, I don't think I've said it explicitly, but this would probably be a good time. Like I used to be married and divorced, right? So man's back on the market, yeah. And I realized that I got married pretty early. There were certain things I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And as men, which man ever sat us down to say, look, guys, like we were those of us who were raised in a church or at least in good homes, we have good values, try to treat people right. But what to look out for in a partner, what the signs that you should wait for to make sure you're receiving from a woman to know that this so then so, and I'm sure vice versa for women too, right? But I'll just see this as a man, but that's what I ask, right? But one of the things that you are talking about, you've spent a lot, or you've given a lot of resources, energy, time, and all that. I saw something recently on social media. Like sometimes I just go to Instagram for it to just feed me with a lot of toxicity. Okay. To harden the body, and just we feel around. Just feed me some toxicity to harden myself small. Right? Because those echo chambers you can get in them. But it says something. Spoil the woman who loves you, not spoil a woman to make her love you.
Okay.
Boss.
Then sorry.
Prince of Western, let me repeat in case you didn't get it. Spoil the woman who loves you. Don't spoil a woman for her to love you.
Hey.
Well,
But Charlie, that's all I have to say in response. And these are some of the things that I wish they would teach us back in the day. When you start seeing, and it's not like I'm not saying wait till the person kills himself for you. Romeo and Juliet style. No, but there are certain small things that I see that this person is down with you, down for you. So then you start doing the reciprocity should be there. You understand? Give and take, give and take. Don't wait for somebody to leave and then you now start. No, by that time the person retires. Both ways.
Yeah.
Now when Prince was talking, it reminded me of something in this whole selection thing. A video I saw, Nedu Azubia, he's one of these Nigerian skit comedians, but he has a podcast and he brought a certain guy. He's a comedian. It's AY. The Christmas Day special. Bro, I've been listening to the whole thing. I keep seeing snippets. I put it on my playlist. I put it on our WhatsApp group. And then if you could just pick the link up from our WhatsApp group and drop it in the space. The man was just giving bars on bars. You said what you said, right? It's it was a mistake. But it was one of the things that he did early on to test. He had 3 women.
Okay.
One was like, oh, so which one? This thing that's come, where's my own? Another was like, so, oh, go and buy this, go and buy that. And then the third woman, who is his wife now, said, oh yeah, come, go and open accounts. She's now an MD at some bank in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's his wife.
Which one is it?
He's an older person.
Is he?
I'll have to look. Adam, if you look at
I
link.
found out fighting with basketball.
If that's it, then no. This is a much older much older man. And lo and behold, he's like, that was one of the things he used to select among the 3 women.
Yeah.
So you may think it's a mistake, but I think it was a blessing, man. It got you out of that space because it sounded like you were really in it with this person. So it's a blessing. And for me to sometimes when I'm talking to people, Charlie, sometimes the physique is the person is spec. Sometimes the person is spec, but Charlie,
That's it, like
you understand?
And because it's not to cut you.
Mhm.
Recently, I met somebody.
you've said nice.
And
Charlie.
When there, calm down. When you this girl is like everything is on point.
Hey,
So we
10 over 10.
we talking, and was like,
What you bring to the table?
Oh God.
Spoiling the thing. Let us focus. Hey.
Conversation now. So we're talking us, hey, so let's meet up. Not only if you're coming to meet up this December, I wanted to meet up. The people who have meet up, when they are coming, they bring flowers. You need to please. The another one, we need to book a place, go there, beach night. So the other person, just meeting.
This is your first time meeting.
It's the first time we've been talking on phone, sir. So, okay, I miss. It's like I felt say
My sister now, you say you don't like it.
Oh, so I was December, I wasn't feeling well. You know what? I miss you 25th. Let's out and let's. Then she was like, I know she's coming to spend time with me, right? And I'm saying yes. So by now I should have transferred some money to her account for preparation. Charlie, yeah, now just decided not to talk to this girl. Okay, I need to pay.
Jack. Pay to play.
Yes,
Appearance. Okay, where ask black guys?
I was just like, no. Like, Charlie, let's Charlie.
Charlie. And it's not, and of course, it's not that you can't pay. Hey, it's annoying.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like you come and let me say, okay, take this. It's better.
You be well to say, it's not.
Charlie, but yeah, some of these things is just like another person. I was talking to someone, and the person, like for me, because I've worked in this space before, sometimes it's easier for people to be open to me and having these kind of conversations because it also comes from a certain space of professionalism and they see it in my life. So they see the evidence, right? It's different that you are not doing anything. Then you expect them to come and follow what and listen to you. But the way the person was interested in listening, but the person just wanted shortcuts, kind of reduced the points for me, frankly. Reduce the points for me. Another person, there was a point where I started taking the person seriously. I think I've said it a couple of times. The person said she was binge listening to Money Convos episodes. Since that time, I put her in my calendar. I was checking up on her, talking to her more frequent. Just because she was listening to Money Convos more. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So, so at this particular juncture, if you've not already followed, please follow us. I see what you mean here. Follow us here on Moneyconv on X or Twitter. Get on Instagram, follow us there too. While you are there at investment_friend, go follow there. It's more personalized over there. Facebook, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts, just follow. Anyway. But yeah, these are things I think Adam was saying something earlier, and I'll just use this and after this, just switch back to other topics in the episode. But Adam was talking about how sometimes the money problems mask stuff. And I've been listening to Dave Ramsey, as anyone who's been listening for the last 3 weeks has heard. And sometimes when somebody, a wife or a husband is talking about something going on in the family, they quickly diagnose it and look, it's not about money, man. Because if you are telling, don't make it about money, don't make it about budgets. Tell your husband or your partner that, listen, this particular issue worries me. I'm worried that we may not have enough money for the future. We may not be able to afford this. If the person cares, the person will say, yeah, sure, that be all. It not be budgeting matter. Is the person riding with you? If the person rides with you, the person will care more. Because boys, like, let's be real. There are many things we've done before that we did not like. But we've done. Women, ladies, right? There are certain things there are certain family events that you've gone to that you did not like. But you just did it because the person, you are done with the person. So sometimes you have to check if you can't have certain conversations with someone, Charlie. You have to ask yourself if you really want to be in a relationship with a person. Unless it be chop and go. That one too is a different story. It's as if the way we just raise the eyebrows.
You don't do shopping.
Yes, for the record, this says don't do chop and go. Yeah, anyway, there were other things that went on in the episode. Let's just quickly switch. So, people saying they don't have enough money. This particular couple, the black man and his wife,
Monique and Donnell.
yeah, Monique and Donnell. Like, something that has been ringing in my ears this whole week is Donnell says he's broke, but he spends $600 a month on games. But now, what's their problem, man? They have so much junk. They have a storage space. In Ghana, we don't have so much about storage, but when people are moving out, then you see all the junk that they have in their house. So, my question is, like, what kind of junk do we have in our house? Can we sell it? Can it, like, how will it make our lives easier getting rid of junk? Who wants to go first?
I personally don't like clutter. Personally minimalist, and so I would go with a few saucepans, a few this day. My husband, on the other hand, so in the past when we used to my husband used to love hosting people. I wasn't trained like that. Like, my mom is seriously introverted, and my dad is introverted too, but he's okay. So, like, that thing that would be better fear, it's something that, like, I don't know how to do. And he would take out all the glasses, kitchen, like every utensil you can imagine will be out. And I'm like, who's going to wash this thing? Do you get what I'm saying? If it's juice, I'll put the box there. We'll pour from the juice. Like, so I think based on that, every time he's thinking about bringing some, I'm like, bro, we don't have the space. So I also like to give things out. If I realize that, okay, my closet is getting too full. I used to have someone at work I give that to, plus kids' clothes. I rather prefer not to have too much than to have too much, and I don't even wear whatever it is. So for me, I don't like clutter. I like a clean space, chair. Like, I would like to enter. When I come in and I see, it just irks me. But sometimes when you have kids, you can't avoid that. But I don't think I've thought about selling anything. I would rather give it away. That's me, yeah.
I see. What is it?
Okay, so but December I did a lot of giveaways and I decluttered. I decluttered. In fact, I even just remember my nanny. Some of the things I thought I was giving out, throwing out, yeah, pack. Some was like, "Why didn't say?" Yeah, so I don't think there's um I think I've attempted to participate in a yard sale before, and but there aren't a lot of it. I think it was just in those yard sale that I wanted to participate in. So I end up just giving the things out here to friends, family, like or if it's the kid stuff, I want to take it to a church, like and yeah. So I also don't like hoarding as much. Yeah, and my husband doesn't also like he's like me, he likes a clean space. I'm the one who would keep buying, but this time around I've reduced the buying and I'm doing a lot more decluttering. Yeah. And as I said, because we don't have a lot of what yard sales and the lights here. So we are able to make money off them. But I had considered doing a thrift, like selling my own clothes as thrift. But
I see. Interesting. Has any of you ever done that? Just decluttering or
Well, it's something that at home I do not regularly, but every now and then. Sometimes I get to a point where Charlie, I think I've had enough. And I want to just clear off, like especially with my clothes. I just clear them off from my wardrobe, and then mostly my mom used to go to the village to give stuff out. So I pack them and then she takes them to the, but for some time now she's not really gone to the village again. So I haven't done that in a while. But I understand we don't have that challenge really here where we have storage places. No, like where people will be renting a space to store stuff. But I think probably we might get there if people continue to keep stuff and then they have a small space. But maybe
pay money to store stuff. Like,
well, I mean,
unless it's essential.
oh, you know what? These days, look at the tiny apartments that people are
Exactly.
seeing. It will start coming up.
It will start coming up because the apartments are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and people will have things where they cannot fit into. Maybe
You don't need it.
yeah, but that's
Because for me, my thing is, if I haven't used it in a year, then it's useless to me. It looks nice, but I don't need that.
Psychologically, this is a psychological thing. It's not easy to just break away from some of these things.
And you know, it's a good thing you have. Like, how do we get here?
Yeah.
Some people just buy whatever they want, whatever they feel like.
Exactly.
Like, I know some people who just buy clothes. They just buy clothes. They're not feeling good. They just buy clothes.
I think that a lot of women like to have stuff, and like sometimes my husband will say that but I have a lot of stuff. I said, as women, we can't repeat as much as men. Look, when I started working, these guys could wear one suit the whole year. The whole year. I'm sure if you see one shirt.
This table you are
They are now coming.
no, like this table is shaking.
So, man, if you would do that, you can't even do that. Let's assume you have 5 dresses. Okay, so you wear Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You wash next week. The same. Someone will ask you, like, why? What's going on?
Who is that person asking?
Mimi,
No, definitely.
Mimi, not to derail this conversation. There was some a boss I worked with. He would wear. See, he was changing the shirt, but the suit, and the suit is not dark. You know, if it's dark or black, you won't know. It is blue.
There are patterns in
Every single day. Every dark single man. Okay, 4 days a week. So if this week that's it, so Monday to Thursday. So the jacket will even be in the office. So it's the same trouser. It comes when it leaves late, so the car will be 8. So
No. Me, this table, I'm sitting on this table.
Yeah.
I actually see.
That's not fabric.
Guys,
We used to have issues with look, and but like very nice man, like pocket square. Yes.
No, but you see, that's the difference between man and woman.
It is
Because
not.
no, let me show you
No,
that.
it doesn't need to be patterned. If you want to,
Yeah.
you got to be self-trained, brother.
I remember when I was buying the shoes for my wedding.
Yeah.
I asked, was Dagadu, Prince Dagadu was the plug. And I asked Charlie Jack. Oh, he was like, what do you want, boy? Give me something of my.
No,
No, like play. That was my second suit. That was the second suit. Yes, the suit I wore for my wedding. Oh, it was the second suit in my wardrobe.
Yeah.
Because so at the before the wedding, so when that one came in, there's another one.
It's not wasted.
Because we can't waste it. He was giving me some tuxedo guy.
Hey.
At this point,
the white
no
one.
tuxedo. Yeah, the shirts there we changed though. The shirts there I have 1 month supply of shirts. That one there, they go to the laundry once a month. No problem. But the suits. Say you do office and you be used to shirts. But the suit is not for meetings. But the trousers
You are wearing no, because here's the case. You are wearing the same trouser.
oh no, not the
So
trousers.
it's happened. Like the same trouser.
See, it's two trousers.
There's 2 trousers of the same cut of the same cloth.
No. It's the same one. Because if you see it,
Okay, that one there's some days.
staying here is
But
the
that
day to Thursday.
You get, and these guys will wear the same thing to church too.
because me,
So
I hardly would like wear suit to church.
Mm-hmm. African way.
Measure suit there and say, la.
But some was suits versus 6.
So you go suit there now.
Classic man.
Yeah, the president. We are not mates. Yes, we are not mates. We are not mates.
Yeah, so I think that based on that, a lot of women like, because what we wear to the office is different. What we wear to beach wear, what do you call it? A church,
Richard.
Yes,
sir.
I will put Bijani.
like you almost have to be prepared.
yeah, Saturday.
Hey,
I don't know if it's Saturday you go beach. I get shorts to crack shot.
It's Hawaiian thing.
but the no certain thing.
May run down here and then I was.
Yeah, so I think that we tend to buy. I think women generally we like to compare.
Yes. It's not like men. Men, yeah, fire.
Oh, you wear the same trousers to what? And sometimes people even go to, hey, girl, we again at a day we know right? So based on that, sometimes we like to buy. We want to show that we to be there, so we like to buy.
Get the money, so
but it can be unhealthy when you have so many things you don't even wear. You are just buying. Yeah. Things are not cheap.
I see.
But
Then I
just like last year, I wanted to buy a suit, and when I got to the place, I saw other ones that were like appealing to me. So I said, "Well, let me add something to it." We imagine that I didn't wear any of them until December.
oh,
Seriously,
brand new suits.
so I had to go and give it to a pastor friend.
Was it like different colors or
No, different colors. So I have
regular?
a blue one, double-breasted, and then the normal one with the cats.
Dennis is looking at you, tapping in
Like,
there.
even so.
I should give him one.
No, my body didn't come.
Also,
I feel well, one of these days I'll surprise you.
Hey,
classic one.
So it's more like sometimes you are there, you see that thing, and you feel like, no, I need to. That's how I am. Sometimes I can be walking and I see that thing. I was like, maybe Mantua will be better. So let me buy it and go. But sometimes you also you didn't use it, you didn't wear it, and it will be there.
I think because you care about fashion.
Yeah.
Because most guys don't.
Most guys.
The fact guy is wearing
But telling me this matter about most guys will see.
it's
And this actually, I should have mentioned this point when we were talking about relationships. See, Charlie, when money started, when real money started entering my pockets, I care about fashion. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, I used to have one shoe. That shoe, I really used to take it to church office. Charlie, I remember I bought that shoe 130 Ghana.
Yeah.
But now I have brown, I have white, I have this. I'm like, okay, I need to stop at a point. Oh yeah.
But if you don't have money, think about certain things.
At all.
You buy double breasted, you good.
Hey,
There are some people that are just not.
No matter how much.
true, that's true.
That's people that just can't. I live
Yeah.
with one. Literally, I always say that when we have to, I was like, okay, babe, it's not you. It's like my reputation is.
That's branding.
That's it. So I literally. So the point is, he won't buy it. So if you want to see it on him, you buy it. So that's so that's like an unspoken. So I end up buying it. If I don't buy it, doesn't get bought. It's like, hey, he doesn't mind. I just pick whatever. I'm like, but please, it's my reputation.
Last year when my husband said he wants me to do haircut, pen cuts, I said they are paying for it. I ain't using my money.
Interesting. Well, I guess the last thing we could discuss on this episode is something that I was thinking about just this morning. The hidden cost of home ownership. And Adam, I'll be looking at you for this. Like today, so this week, my mom, well, for the last couple of weeks, my mom's place, water no they flow to that place. Yeah, they keep sending water bills. They say even if not for usage, maintenance, they have on that. But anyway, my mom is like, she doesn't get water, what she maintaining? Anyway, so every week we are buying water, right? Fill these giant tanks, and it's finished in days. So there's a leak, and water pump is pushing it, and now plumber comes. It's not like they're putting in a machine to diagnose where exactly is the leak. So try and error. When we find the first leak, okay, this is it. Now they fix the before they thought was the only leak. Yeah, water is still finished. Now come and see around. They've broken here. They've broken there. It's not like up to that. It's like, is it wood or just quick patch job and then we patch it back. Cement, Charlie. And I'm like, people say buy your own house, but some of these costs. So how do people prepare for these costs? Because this person, like from the episode, yeah, she's young, she wants to buy her own house, she's going to buy some expensive house. The home owners, the maintenance fee is expensive. This what's the cold water? Like Charlie, you're in such a nice house and you don't have hot water. Hey, Charlie, so how do we avoid these kind of situations ever?
Well, like, you remember the last time when we were having this discussion, I said that we mostly think about cost of a project or a building as construction costs, but the cost has to be broader than just the construction cost, but the life cycle cost. Okay, that is what the cost they use. It's not like buying a car. You could have money to buy a Mercedes Benz, but you have money to maintain it.
That's the only reason.
You have money to maintain. Because a lot of people who have bought Mercedes, they got that bulk money to buy it. But then right afterwards, they realized that in that form, sir, the kinds of repairs, you realize that all of a sudden when you hear some noise, it costs this amount of money. And the same thing. And you see, it's very important we use professionals all the time. Yeah. Some of the problems could have been avoided if you had an as-built drawing, for example. So we have drawings we do or designs we do before you construct. When it is done, we also have to do as-built drawings, but we don't do that a lot for a lot of individual buildings. So that you should know exactly where the pipes are passing. There should be a design to show where all pipes are passing, where all the services are passing. If there's a problem, we could easily go, instead of now trying to find where the pipes will pass, which will end up causing some more things being destroyed that you have to repair. So that's one example. And then when you have professionals, so like you were saying, if you have a proper person who comes and then he knows how to diagnose a problem, because that's a very, very important thing, so that he doesn't come breaking everywhere. Some of them are clueless when they come. They have no idea what they're saying for. So they play around, and in the end, it causes a lot of problems to you. So it's important that these things are and then we need to factor in routine maintenance. You know, we always say Ghana, their maintenance culture is bad, right? From government to the least person. But I think when we are budgeting, we should put in maintenance in our budgets. Then because maintenance can be preventive. Once you start going around, maybe you are painting around the place, or you are doing this, you are checking this, you go, I don't even know how many people have rewired their buildings, but there are recommendations.
After how long?
Is it about 15 years or so?
15 years.
It's supposed to be
What's some of the routine maintenance things people need to do? Painting.
No, it's good because painting helps. You know what the paint does? It's also a protective covering for your walls.
Oh,
So you need to do that often to protect. It's also important. Then repairing of roof leakages. Roof leakages are very, very. It's one of the most annoying things if you have because sometimes where the thing is dripping in the house, it's not where the leakage is on the roof. Because water will always travel around before it will finally find where it's supposed to come out from. So maybe you can see it's coming out from this side, but the leakage is somewhere that's traveled. So those maintenance things are supposed to be taken into. So repainting, rewiring after a number of years. Even there's re-roofing. Yeah, I think the recommended is 20 years or so. After 20 years, you're supposed to kind of re-roof them. Then the most problems we face is with either air conditioners or plumbing stuff. Those are the two ones that really for air conditioners. I think every 3 months or so at least call the people to service it. If not, at least twice a year. At least service it once a year.
I feel like it's easier said than done.
Why is it?
You know, yes, I think we don't really talk about the cost of having a home, and it costs a lot. Of course, since we need them
Every day,
electricity, water, like there's always something. I think even the kitchen cabinets,
yes,
all sorts of things. Then this just been 1 year,
exactly,
and even the furniture, what the kids have done to that chair. Exactly. So, for me, I added maintenance in my budget, which includes the car. But I realized that it's very expensive, so you have to put like a good amount, in there. Because the cars today, someone in my office was complaining that he wanted to buy a car type. And he likes to go with quality. And it's 3,500.
Why?
One time.
Oh no. Well, just go a course like 3,004. Yeah. For Goodyear and Dunlop.
Okay, here's a phone. I don't know which one. I was going to ask what card do you use. What card was the quotes for? Maybe different. Yeah.
Maybe
Honda.
the big one, so.
CRV. Yes, yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, so it's expensive. Then you have to add insurance. You have to, yes. Yeah. So I think that, well, you see, the thing is that for most Ghanaians, they've really struggled to build a house. So once I can sleep on my bed in the house, like let the roof come down. It's not my house. Do you get it? So we don't
Take it like that.
Yeah, we don't make room for that because even that house is a miracle.
Yeah.
But I think it's also necessary.
Was it there was a program where somebody won a house at Trasacco a couple of years ago? It was one of these lotteries and Vodafone something.
Yeah, something. Okay.
And they had to leave it because they couldn't maintain.
They should sell it.
But I think the service charge probably, I'm sure might be out of reach.
And sometimes that's why I always say that those mansions that we build, it comes at a cost. The more the rooms, the more the cost.
See, sometimes when most people are taking some of these decisions. They don't think about the future. Like they feel, I know people who want to do things because the money is there.
Yeah.
But as to putting decisions to this thing I'm building 6 bedroom, what we
Exactly.
5 years to come. They don't do that. They just do it and then it's there. Like that. So if you look, most of these estates, most of these buildings, the old buildings, sometimes you go and you look at the state of the building that is there. Serious. It's better you sell it for somebody to buy and rebuild the whole thing again because you can't do the maintenance.
Because the cost of maintenance is like Mimi said, it's very
It's high.
That's what I'm saying, that people don't actually know what goes into maintaining a building. What we just think is that you just have to put it up and it's fine. And it's true, we advocate for people to be able to, if either you buy or build your own home or whatever, you should try and aspire towards home ownership. But the whole story has to be told about what goes into it, and the fact that it is a financial decision that might be one of your biggest ever in your life.
Biggest, yeah.
For most people, that might be the biggest ever transaction you do. And if you are going to do that, what is the reason you are doing that? And if you are building, it's going to solve a need. And like you said, the future, you must think of, because why would you build a 5-bedroom house? Okay, I know someone who, I think one of my friends whose dad, I think it was a 6-bedroom house or something. He struggled to even roof it. And I think things went haywire and he lost his job along the way. And it was just a miracle to even just put the whole roof in this thing for them to be able to move inside somewhere and then say, some of these things, maybe if he had gone for a small 3-bedroom house, he could have finished it quickly. Because even he had only sons, so they can share a room. You see the thing, like, why they can share a room? I think it's this man who's for Kofi Martin says the children will either be male or female. So one for the female children, one for the male, and then the parents have one. Any other room is unnecessary. Really. Yeah, because sometimes I think it's just out of prestige and I have the money, so I want to be. Hey, you done crack. But the cost of maintaining.
Because I have a person, so I know somebody like that. If like we are a certain of friends, so everybody is doing different kind of profession and the money they earn and that. So when he sees that he has bought Benz, no matter what, he will go and get a Benz. And it's not like say car maybe new like it just feel like no. I always want to be better than in a circle of friends. I want to be better than this person. I want to be better than this person. So oh my goodness.
Yeah, but Boka, he'll get into a whole lot of trouble. Trust. So for this issue, so in kind of summarizing the solutions to it, one, make sure that you are starting off with quality, like professionals, quality materials, get it right of the start, right? To avoid that drama. And budget, or even before you budget, it just gets me thinking, why do a lot of us do not buy Benz? Because if you look, the Benz is not as expensive as sometimes some Camry or some Honda Accord will be more expensive than the Benz. But you look like at the graveyard of mechanics, places with plenty Benz. You go like, yeah, not my portion, right? So we also need to budget for that. So if instead of going for a house that's maybe upfront, the house itself will cost you 500,000 cedis. Take something that will cost 400,000 cedis. The other 100,000, you spread it for maintenance, right? Yeah, I think that sounds pretty feasible. And yeah.
When it comes to building, there are all sorts of associated, not building itself, even land acquisition. That's so. For example, you buy a piece of land for 100,000. You have to register it. It's going to cost money. Now, because of the way land is in Ghana, you have to protect it, build a wall. That's going to cost money. So, for me, that's what I've learned. That next time I'm going to do anything like that, I'll look at it holistically. I feel like it's a mistake I made, and I followed. You know how sometimes people say that take a decision and the money will come. But for me, that hasn't been my way. I feel like in life, everything doesn't work for everybody. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So, case in point, you know how people cheat in exam?
Yeah.
Even if I did cheat, look, I'll be caught. Look, I tried it twice and I concluded that in my life, cheating is not for me. Do you get it? So in exam, I remember when I was in uni, someone was behind me and I was working the question. He told me my answer is wrong. I said, I don't mind. I'll keep it like. Can you believe that when this thing, I was the only one in the class that had the answer. And I didn't know, like, it's not like I understood what I was doing. So I came to understand that this is the principle for my life. So some people would start by faith and then maybe they'll put in 10,000 and by faith some 10,000 will come from nowhere. But the risk is that if you are unable to get everything, now you are going to lose that money. So think about it. Do you really want to, like, what is the cost? Do you really want to take that step? Yeah. I think that's something I didn't do well that I regret because that money could have gone towards something else. Yeah.
That's interesting.
And also to add up to what we just said, I think for the young ones that are now coming up, all these things that we are talking about, it's having money implication. I mean, you need to make sure that you are investing starting very early so that you'll be able to, ride on the time value of money to get a lot of money coming in to work for you. Because if you look at the time you'll be acquiring some of these things, you can look at how the economy would have changed and our money would have gone up so much. So if you are not prepared for it, then how do you get to approach some of this? And let's also look at always going for people who are, best fit for the job that we are seeking them to do. Yeah, because you have when it comes to building, there are so many people. So many. My side, when it rains, somebody can put a whole pump in the house and be pumping water on the streets. Seriously. There's a lot of houses that have and when it rains, it's just messy. It's messy.
I heard friends talk about when you are single.
Yes.
So I saw this post.
We have to eat.
Yes. I saw this post that says that so you are single without kids, no crippling black tax. You have a good paying job. You need to focus on building wealth aggressively now instead of buying all the latest wigs and doing do-re-mi. I think it's a Nigerian thing with the guys every weekend. Do it now before responsibilities hold your neck. And I found this like very relatable. Something I tell a lot of share.
That's some good advice. That's some good advice and a nice way for us to wrap up this conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been another conversation talking about how to get rich, series on Netflix. If you've not watched it, go watch it. I don't think we spoiled it too much. And if you are not following us, please do follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, X or Twitter. Where else are we? If you want to listen to YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. And when you get on Instagram, hit search, the magnifying glass one. Before you get distracted, quickly type at investment_friend. All right. Go there, look for them, and you'll find Mimi and Serum providing amazing content. This year, they are building the community. They are doing amazing things. They are moving people. There's what goal setting this weekend. Listen,
And then meet all the
Charlie,
people there. We are there.
Yeah.
But next week Wednesday, I'm coming to CFA.
So yeah, like you don't want to miss out on this stream. In 5 years to come, the people around you would be doing well. Are you going to be doing well with them? one of the things that's going to be making the difference for you is whether you follow at investment_friend or not. Even if you don't like the money convos, cry investment friend here, Charlie, it will help you. And there's something, this one day I don't have the permission to spoil, but this week Mimi gave me some assignments some weeks ago to do. Then this weekend I was like, nah, I can't have to do this assignment. And as I was reading, I was like, guys, if you are not following investment friend, they are loading something. They are loading something. That's it that they are loading. Just go and follow, because me now when I was going through the thing, I was like, nah, this I'm telling you, watch that. And the ripple effect, you have to follow for the ripple effect to touch you. Follow so that your family will feel the ripple effects. I'm like, this is content that is well structured, is looking beautiful. It will touch you where you want it to touch you. So just follow, okay?
Please, any money they are charging on their program, I mean,
It's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Totally.
But very soon, hey, you can't pay.
Because Charlie, the kind of moves Sarah and Mimi are making right now.
Join now.
Charlie, join right now when it's at this price, because later, before you find Mimi, see, we are sitting here in person. The number of times Sarah has gotten up from her chair. The number of times Sarah has gotten up from her chair in this 1 hour that we'll be sitting here. Charlie, you get it. Catch them while they are where they are, because very soon. Catch them young. Anyway, on that bombshell, Prince has provided a banquet for us.
Right.
So as me and some friends in a certain circle will say, now labor is over, it's time for refreshment.
Yes.
Catch you all next week, and be blessed. Bye.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to our thoughts. I hope you learned a thing or two and start practicing. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse, and Facebook. And subscribe to our YouTube and podcast. Do tell a friend about Money Convos so we all become wealthy together. Talk to you soon. Bye.